Hi guys, today I'll be talking about how to break a dog fight and some tactics you're supposed to use whenever you have such a kind of a situation. To start with, I would like to say that anytime you have a dog fight, you are in a very dangerous position. So why do dog fights happen? First of all, I would like to say that always have your dog on a leash. And the fact that you have your dog on a leash doesn't mean that someone irresponsible there won't have his dog off leash, and it happens that it can attack your dog. So there are things you need to know when it comes to separating a dog fight. There are things you're not supposed to do, and there are things you're supposed to do. So the first thing you're not supposed to do is to hit a dog whenever they are fighting, because to the dog that means the other dog, the pain is coming from the other dog, so it's going to fight harder, it's going to add more aggression. So as a rule of thumb, never hit a fighting dog, because you're going to make it worse. So I would like to demonstrate the first tactic when you're separating two fighting dog. So the first thing you need to understand is that the dog need to have a collar. It can be a flat collar or a choke chain. In this case, I have a choke chain. So when you're separating a dog fight, first thing you're supposed to know which the dog is the aggressor. And right away you're supposed to go to the aggressor. You hold the collar like this, very tight. You can use your both of your hands, and by so doing, what you'll be doing is be cutting off the air to the brain, and that means you literally means you are suffocating the dog. Remember, these are desperate situation, and desperate situation call for desperate measures. So that's the first tactic. Make sure you hold the collar, either flat collar or a choke chain, and that means you always have your dog on collar. You hold it very tight, you pull it as hard as you can to make sure that you're suffocating the dog, and by doing so it's going to release the bite, because no oxygen is going to the brain. Another tactic we're talking about is having him in a wheelbarrow position, and by that, and this all these tactics I'm talking about, these are things I've been able to do, and I know they work. There are some others which I think are extreme. I can't attest to them, like putting your finger in his butt. I can't attest to that. I'm not sure whether it works, but I'll be talking about the things I'm sure about. So having the dog in a wheelbarrow position, I'll hold my dog, and I'll raise him very high in the air, yeah, and that means position very uncomfortable, and in most cases the dog will release the bite. You see, yeah, he even had to release his toy because that very uncomfortable position. So that's another tactic that I use to separate dog fights.